Hi, this is Patricia Kelly, and I'm in Ronchamp, France, visiting the chapel of Notre Dame de haut. I'm on the phone with my sister, Catherine, who's visiting another cathedral in Germany.
Hi, I'm Catherine, and I'm visiting the Aachen Cathedral in West Germany.
Great! Today we're going to be comparing these two pilgrimage chapels, which have very different approaches to shaping the spiritual experience. So why don't we start in the Aachen Cathedral?
It started out as the Palatine Chapel that was first designed by Frankish architect Otto of Metz in the late 8th century. And then in the mid-14th century, the choir was renovated into Gothic style.
That's right. The religious experience was shaped by emphasizing verticals, as if reaching up to heaven, and through the light coming in through the stained glass windows representing the divine. From this time on, the chapel was also used as a reliquary, housing a few different relics that pilgrims came to see every 7 years. They had Jesus' loincloth from when he was crucified, the cloth he was swaddled in as a baby, the cloth that St. John the Baptist's head fell on after he was beheaded, and Mary's cloak. Here, that's a very important part of the religious experience of this chapel.
And the story lives on in the 15th century as subsidiary chapels and vestibules were added, and it became the Aachen Cathedral that we know and love today.
Okay, and now we're going to shift focus and look at the chapel of Notre Dame de haut, where I am. This building was built by Le Corbusier in the 1950s, and he took a much different approach to shaping the religious experience. Instead of emphasizing relics that were supposedly around the time of Christ, he tried to use space to create intimate moments, mostly through light and shadow. He wanted a space that people could walk around and meditate or reflect in.
That's right. Look at how the seemingly randomly placed stained glass windows speckle light in otherwise dark rooms.
It really creates places for individual reflection, doesn't it?
That's right.
And light is also played with in the Aachen Cathedral. Actually, the ancient stained glass windows were destroyed by World War II bombings. So in the 50s, artists Walter Banner and Anton Wendling replaced the stained glass windows and used imagery from the Middle Ages, as opposed to in the chapel of Notre Dame de haut, no imagery is used, as Le Corbusier considered this to be limiting.
This chapel was actually built to replace one that was destroyed in World War II bombings.
That's right. It was built in the early 50s, and basically the parishioners of the church wanted a new church that was simple, that didn't include any unnecessary and superfluous decorations that had been seen in European churches for so long. They wanted a simple and pure approach for a space to practice their religion in.
That's right, and you can see it in the simple contours of the building.
Listen, he even didn't try to cover up the raw materials used to construct this building. In fact, I wanted to share a quote from his book, Towards a New Architecture, because I thought it really summed up his philosophy. It says, "The business of architecture is to establish emotional relationships by means of raw materials. Architecture goes beyond utilitarian needs. Architecture is a plastic thing. The spirit of order, a unity of intention. The sense of relationships, architecture deals with quantities. Passion can create drama out of inert stone."
And he really does emphasize spatial purity.
In fact, the type of shell shape on top rests on underlying columns that aren't visible to us, but it's not actually being supported by the wall, which allows the architect here to leave about a 10 centimeter space between the roof and the wall, leaving a crack of light to come and shine through.
I gotta go. There's a stupid American sitting in Charlemagne's throne.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks for the conversation, Katie. Go save the throne.
I love you.
Love you too. Bye.